Thank you, Beth. Thank you for joining me today. Nice to see you again.
Hey, good to see you again too.
What an amazing season so far. I think the reaction has been great from the fans that I've been following online.
Yeah, so far so good, man. I'm pumped. I'm like, great. They're digging it. They have lots of really fun feedback and comments, and they're getting their dose of all the things that they love in all the dynamics. So
Great.
it's good.
I like how Parker continues to be a standout character. How has your approach been throughout now, evolving like through these three seasons of Leverage?
How's my approach been?
Yeah, for like
Yeah,
three seasons.
yeah, it's cool. It's like it was interesting in the beginning because we ended the season of the original Leverage with Parker in the driver's seat, right? And then when they
Yeah,
came back with the idea for the spin-off, it was like, we think this is the approach we want to take and this is what we're going to do. And I was completely down for it and game for it. And then we don't know what the arcs are going to be necessarily at the beginning of each season.
yeah.
And every writer has their own take on the characters, and we get to collaborate with them, and it's always a great process. So my approach is always just like I go in with open arms and and an open mindset, and then when it makes sense, I give my feedback. And as a producer on the show this season, I was really involved in the episodes and obviously directing, but talking about the arcs and the characters and
Yeah.
opportunity for growth. I think for Parker especially, that was really important for me to show. Like she's still the same Parker everybody loves, but she's got to grow and expand, right? And she's leveling up in ways emotionally and physically with this group in a way it's really cool. And so I wanted that to not just be an inner journey. I wanted to see that and have people see it because they've been asking for it too, you know?
Yeah. I like how she's pretty much like this season, I feel like more she's standing out like a confident leader.
Exactly. And I think they're writing to that, which is
Yeah.
awesome, and then gives me an opportunity to explore it. And yeah, I love that. I love that.
Is there something new you would love to see her try, Parker, or like something new into the season or future seasons, hopefully?
Yeah, I mean, I in my mind, right, I always have a moment before with her. Where was she before she stepped into this room? And I would love to explore those moments before with her because her her life is really fascinating to me. And she could have been just jumping out of a plane. She could have flown in from a
Right.
country and working with a different crew. And what job is she just wrapping up? I remember last season I asked for a line like we actually added it at the last minute. I was like, can she be wrapping up a call with maybe I think it was something about like a dentist or the name of the hitman was like the dentist or something. I was like, she's got people like that in her back pocket, and I don't want people to forget that she has all that going on. Can we just
Mm.
add a line here? And it's a nice way to give uh, a little window into what she's doing with these other crews and who she is to them and speaking other languages. It's great. I like all that.
Mm. I wrote something down and I didn't want to forget to ask you because I was doing a lot of research on your character, and especially with the fans that are loving your character. It's like somebody wrote here that you become an icon for the autistic community, Parker.
Yeah, I get some questions about that actually, and I love that. Like,
Yeah.
I love that people are relating to her on different levels emotionally and physically. And it was never my intention to give her a label of any sort. It wasn't,
Yeah.
it was just who she is to me. And I love that because it's limitless. Like, and I think that's exactly what, the feedback that I get from all the different communities that I engage with. It's like that is the consistent thread. It doesn't matter who you are or what age or anything else. It's like
Yeah.
that limitlessness with her is what resonates with people and inspires them and makes them feel like they can do anything. And, when a world is telling you, well, you're this, so that means you're that.
Yeah.
And then you spend your life trying to prove that wrong, or you go into weirdly accepting it and that doesn't feel good. And then you see this example put before you where it's like, but wait a second, I'm like that in social situations and I don't really understand how to process that thing either. But then she's still jumping out buildings and
Yeah.
as forks and it's this fantastical version of it, but the message is like make your own fucking rules. And I think that's what people dig about her, and I really dig about her. So it makes me so happy um that I'm getting that feedback.
Mm.
And people feel accepted and loved and great and heard and understood.
Speaking of all that jumping around and everything, are you still doing your own stunts these days? Are you taking a break from that?
I always have amazing stunt performers that
Okay.
are doing like the really scary stuff, right? And I do as much as I physically can, and I always have because I love it. And sometimes I've done things I probably shouldn't do, like running on top of a moving train with Aldous Hodge in the early days. We did that one, and we were like, should we have just done that? That seems a little risky, but yeah, I'm always doing as much as I can, especially the beginning and ends of stunts, right? So they can edit it together smoothly.
Do you have a favorite Parker moment so far this season?
Yeah, gosh. I think some of the moments between Astrid and Parker in this last episode, the grand complication job, that was really fun. I mean, I've got a lot actually, but that was really fun to play with Alexandra Park, who plays Astrid. I love her. And we had such good chemistry. And there was a moment where Parker, at the end, they're having the cake, and I shove the cake in her face, and
Okay.
she shoves it. And that was improvised and fun and whatever. But it's like having this moment for Parker to feel like she suddenly has a new sister was really special and sweet. And then I think in the noir episode, at the very end, it's like you get to see Parker go through this journey, and it's a really dark place she has to get to know where
Mhm.
she's gonna stand, and where, or, she has to be faced with the consequences of this really dark moment to know who she is in today's moment, right? So
Mhm.
that was a favorite. The monologue John Rogers wrote, was just like freaking awesome. Um, and Mark Roskin directed such a great episode. It's period clothing, it's black and white. Like there was just everything about it was so exciting and fun.
Mhm. You mentioned directing earlier too. You have an episode May 15th. How was it now balancing U.S. Parker and then behind the scenes as the director also?
Yeah, man, it's so fun. So this will be my fifth episode I've directed for the show, and every time it's different, right? Every
Mhm.
single episode is its own world, new characters, new circumstances, and so it was so exciting. We did a lot of days on location, more than we normally do. So I got to create this town, in Louisiana, where most everything we turned a wedding event space into a bank, and we turned, the diner into Ethel's diner. And we just were able to connect the dots in a real town in a way that was really exciting to me to tell the story. I love the balance. I think I trust that my acting chops with my scene partners are always gonna, like, if
Yeah.
there's something I can rely on with these guys. And so that was really like, okay, cool. I know we're gonna play, we're gonna have fun. And when I jump in there, we just click in and we go. And then on the backside of it, it's like, night shoots, the characters within characters, a guest cast like Cedric Yarborough and Carl Palmer and Craig Frank, and just like these amazing actors coming in to play with us for a week was just so fun. I loved it.
Is your plan to keep sticking with that, keep doing both?
Yeah, I started out with photography in high school. I was,
Okay.
doing it for a long time, and I want to operate camera. I want to keep going. It's always been a vision and a dream for me to or my goal and my dream, I should say, has always been to be behind the camera. So yeah, I want to keep going.
Last question. How would you like, I don't know how many more seasons we're going to get out of this. How would you like Parker's journey to end? Do you have like an idea that you've gone through?
Yeah, I think total freedom. Like I
Okay.
want her to run. I
All
want
right.
her to trust that she can run, and no matter what happens, she'll always be able to do the right thing for her and her
Mm,
team and the people she cares about, and just have that sense of safety because she grew up her whole life without it. So I think knowing that she can become that source of safety, security for other people, and just run with it no matter how dangerous, no matter what, that she could do that and be on her own, because she
yeah.
started as a lone wolf, now she's a part of the family, and to see her grow into a place of leadership on her own would be so awesome.
Mm. Would you want to see the Lone Wolf again and maybe like a movie down the road, just
Yeah,
Parker?
totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Let's make
uh,
that movie.
there you go. We'll have to pray for that. Beth, I want to thank you for giving me a few minutes. This was great. I hope we see more seasons. I hope I see you down the road again.
Thanks, man. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you. Have a great day.
Hey, you too. Bye.
Bye.